everyone. Hello Twitch and YouTube. I am Mulberry, the Cryptid Slime, and I thought it would be fun to do some Handmancers challenges. So I'm going to come up with hopefully fun and interesting things to do to kind of make this game harder, maybe easier, I don't know. But Handmancers is I believe it's called a roguelite game where we're going to play deadly rock, paper, scissors. I honestly love it. I have a lot of fun. I've got a 3-part series on YouTube where I actually managed to defeat the final tutorial, or not tutorial, but the demo boss, because right now this is still just a demo. However, if you go to their Discord, they are discussing not only updating the demo, but getting closer to that full release date. So it is pretty exciting. But I absolutely love this game. Absolutely love it. But so anyways, for my first challenge that I have come up with for myself is we're going to play as Arturo, who's this big hunk of a blue man back here. And the challenge is going to be that we have to fully upgrade all of our rock cards before we can upgrade anything else. So that's going to be the very first challenge. But that is okay. So first challenge, we got to upgrade all the rock cards fully before I can upgrade other cards. And this is going to include the situations where it's like, I can't do anything at all. I still cannot upgrade anything else. But if you guys are just seeing Handmancers for the first time, the challenge will make sense once we get into our first loot box. So we're going to start with Arturo here. I really like Arturo. I really like him. So we have map exploration, which if you guys want me to read all of this stuff, because it is technically the demo, it's like walking through a demo, I totally can. So if you're watching live on Twitch, just let me know and I can read it. If not, I read it 12.5 times, so I'm just going to skip it. But basically it's just telling us about the map and what we're getting into. It kind of has a inscription sort of vibe to it when it comes to moving through the map. Look at the cute little squishy. Oh, so pretty. So learning the basics. It's kind of giving us a brief on how to battle. So of course, it is a rock, paper, scissors. So the classic rock, paper, scissors rules with winning, parrying, and losing. And of course, we have 30 HP. All right, Slimy, you've got a rock. Take paper. Yeah. I'm sorry, Slimy. I must destroy my own kin. So we have sprinting and cramping, which is talking about drawing new cards, but we don't need to sprint at the moment. So why they chose to call it sprint, I don't know, but cramping is literally a hand cramp. When you draw new cards, it puts a negative card into your hand. Yay, our first loot box. Combat rewards. We get 3 loots out of a loot box, and if we get a negative loot, it gives us an extra, so we can get 4. Oh my gosh, deal 6 damage. I want it. I want it, but I can't. Deal 1 damage, inflict 2 weakness. Gem combo, deal 1 damage for every 1 gems. Ooh, activated. Smite, deal 3 damage. Oh, I love it. This one heals, grant empower, grant weakness. At the beginning of combat, grant 2 healing. So we're going to get the smite. So we're going to smite some things. Nice, good stuff. Then we have a gem combo. Deal 1 damage for every gems activated, so we're definitely going to go for that one. Good stuff. And that leaves us with corrosion, deal damage, and inflict weakness. So go ahead and grab that one. I don't really have a strategy with where I'm putting my upgrades. I just know that I need them. I absolutely adore the art in this game. The not yet walking. Alright, so we're getting into tougher enemies. So it just means that they'll have multiple attacks, and they'll do more damage, and they're just overall meaner. Hey, Psycho Muppet. Reminds you of Slay the Spire. You know, I still haven't played that yet. I need to play that. But how are you doing, Psycho Muppet? This guy has Shaman. Oh, he doesn't let me check my piles. That's fine. I'll still just kick his butt with my epic moves. Maybe I did. I haven't kept up with Pokemon. Ooh, we got a big rock. Grant empower, grant repose. Nice. Deal 1 damage, inflict bleed, grant empower, draw 3 cards, discard. Okay, so we're definitely going for this growing earthquake because I need it. Perfect. Beautiful. Then we have gouging blades. Well, I think I'm gonna go for gouging blades. We're definitely gonna get that one. And then what are these? Ring of the Trainer. Grants every 3 times you grant courage. Okay, so we're gonna skip that one. Every 2 times you inflict bleed, deal 2 damage. Oh, at the beginning of combat, grant these shield. Oh, we're gonna go for the shields. Gonna get ourselves some nice fancy boots. So we have boss selection, which unfortunately this is the demo, so we just get the one. And this one's a bit of a difficult one. He's got the duelist. I hate duelist. Considers all parries as wins. Oh, I hate it. With a passion. Okay, we're gonna go down because I do not like Temple of Trinity. I don't know what's with me in Temple of Trinity. I've never had good luck with it. Tavern! We get a meal. So, juicy ASMR warning, by the way. They've got some interesting noises. Oh yeah, every time. So Biggie, damage resistance and clinch master. It's another slime buddy. Every win inflicts weakness. Damage resistance, all damage reduced by 10. Alright. We're gonna use this rock. Just because my other rock deals more damage for every gemstone, and I had like 0 gemstones on the field. Alright, what do we have? Now we got a whole bunch of rocks. Alright, we're gonna play the one that deals extra damage. I know we're gonna lose this, but we have shields, so we're good. Yeah, that's part of what I really like about using Arturo, is because he really builds up those shields really quickly, which I think is supposed to be one of those things where it falls under that specific playstyle of the rock. Like, the rock playstyle is a lot of shields, which could be why it speaks to me so deeply, because I like my shields. Let's see, we got a bunch of rocks. Well, we can parry paper with paper, and then we can parry rock and destroy scissors. Although, so fun thing about this game, so I have that 3-part series on YouTube that I did, and my editor, love her dearly, did an absolutely fantastic job. She went through by hand and put music on every single battle, because at the time of the recording I had muted the music and, you know, wasn't sure if I wanted to have the game music up on the YouTube, like, if it would cause issues. And so she went through and added music herself. It was awesome. The poor woman. The things that she does for me to edit my videos. Although there was one day I was reading through Reddit, and I came across a post that somebody had made, and it was asking people, how much time do you spend editing videos? And I kid you not, all of these like super dedicated, wonderful people were like, oh, I'll take an entire week to edit videos. Like, I'm quoting them here, like they take an entire week to edit videos. And I'm like, that's a lot. Because like one person specifically, their story that stuck with me the most was they would basically take 3 hours a day for an entire week to edit a single video. And I'm like, that's awesome. I'm glad that works for you. But I called up my editor and I'm like, I need you to make me a promise. And she's like, what? And I'm like, promise me you will never spend more than like 4 hours editing a single one of my videos. Like, promise me. If a video ever takes more than 4 hours, either don't do it or don't put that much time into it. I was like, that is a lot. So she promised me she would not do that. Not to say I don't think my videos are bad or anything, it's just, that's a lot of time. Oh, this is them asking for feedback. So the thing I was just in the Mirror of Fate, it just lets me duplicate one of my gems. But we're going to take on this little warlord guy with the most uncomfortable looking armor I have seen in a long, long time. Yeah, just getting that wedgie right up in there. So, he has Duelist, which makes all parries as wins, and all of his base damage is +1. So every time you play blades, +1 base damage. So, so we could give him a stun. Yeah, let's go ahead and throw down the stun. And then he's going to consider all parries as wins, so I'm going to get some damage. Alright, goody. So I'm going to throw down my scissors here, and then we can destroy his scissors with my rocks. No, I want to keep those scissors. We're going to do my sprint, because that'll be 0 damage swapping between us. There's such a little interesting goblin. Now we can use our scissors. Oh, and that is all the scissors we got. Alright, have a cramp. Alright, so far so good. Ooh, we got a paper. Perfect. So all 3 of these are going to do damage. Wonderful. And then we have 3 rocks, so we can perfectly combat him here. Right, this is the one, yeah. That's the one, the gem that deals damage for every gem. Alright, so far so good. And we're just a couple gems away from fully powering up the rocks. So I can start spreading out my gems elsewhere. Ooh, can't grant. Ooh, no, we're gonna skip that. Defensive strike. I do believe I need that. Oh, wait, hold on. Is that the only blue one? Yeah, it is the only blue one, so we are gonna take it. And then if I can't get the big center gems, then I just have no choice but to focus on getting rings. Draw 3 cards, discard 1, deal 1 damage 2 times. Ooh, that's dealing damage to myself. We are going to not do that. But this will be our last green gem for the rocks. Okay, well, rolling isn't going to do us any good. I could heal. If I got the Ring of Dread, I could get Ring of the Cramp Lord. I mean, I guess I'm stuck getting health, because there's not really anything else I can do. Has the frog always had that little bop it tool? I did not realize he had that little bopping tool. Now this guy's hard. I kid you guys not, I think it took me 10 tries to actually take him down. 10 tries? Okay. I want to duplicate a gem. So as much as I don't like the Temple of Trinity, I need to duplicate a gem. I need to get those rocks filled up. So Temple of Trinity, basically we just pick whatever we feel like picking, and we gotta drag it over to make it something else. So now we have 3 scissors, 3 papers, and 4 rocks. It just kind of evens things out a little bit. Which it's nice to have. It is nice to have. Okay, and I think with the moving of the rock card, that this should actually mark the completion of the challenge. I think all of the rocks are fully powered up now. Yes, they are. Okay. Yay, we've completed the challenge. So now I can put things elsewhere. But so far not doing too bad, honestly, for not spreading around the damage and the gems and stuff. What do? You have Frop Elder Goblin. Has growth and does poker. Every 7 actions deal 1 damage. He's got a little arrow in his ear. A little accessory. Alright, so we'll counter the 2 scissors. Actually, we've got perfect counters for this go round, which is good because Fricker's got Duelist. Yeah, you heard me. You heard what I said. The fiercest and most crass language on all of the channels. Oh, so he's got a cramp. Yay me. So we have paper. So we could take a risk with this question mark. Or we can put it on this paper. We're going to go that way. We're just going to put the two papers, my paper against their paper. And then we're going to do my cramp versus their cramp. Yeah, let's put the rock on the mystery, or the now scissors on the mystery one. Alright, so that should be 0 damage. Then my rock's going to go. Or, yeah. Oh, that was a lot of damage to them. We're already down at the halfway mark. Awesome. Ooh, an unpheasant in chat. I love unpheasant. I love all the bird Pokemon. Great healing. I don't really need healing at the moment. Ooh, perfect counters again. That is wonderful. And this might actually be it right here. We might defeat Frop. Yeah, down with the goblins. I am forever traumatized by the anime Goblin Slayer. Forever traumatized. Every time you discard cards, well, I'm not discarding anything. Grant dodge. So we have Rally of War, grant courage and weak. Oh, grant 1 courage to me, inflict 2 weakness. Discard all cramps from your hand. Deal 2. Ooh, we're gonna skip that. Grant 2 shields, heal 1 HP. So I'm liking the healing shield and Rally of War. Dynamic stretching really isn't necessary. So we could go for the Ring of Dodge. Because when it comes to the cramps in your hand, it can be helpful to discard them. The only problem is that they go into your discard pile still. So they still are in that rotation. And it's like if you are struggling to the point where you gotta like get rid of them that way, you still end up in a situation where you could end up with nothing but cramps in your hand and no way to get out of it. I think there was a card that actually removed them from play, or it could have been a bug. So what do? Inhuman heals HP, every turn grants shields. So we're gonna have to do a lot of damage to this living corpse in order to take it down, because he's starting off with 5 shields. Okay, so right off, we've got 3 rocks, which is good. Let's do this rock. Actually, we're gonna do that rock at the end. We're gonna do this rock first. The difference being this one just does straight up damage, and the other one grants healing. Oh, that one has... Yeah, we're gonna do it this way. Okay, perfect counters. So far we're building up shields, dodge, empower, and riposte. And the living corpse has bleeding on it. Ooh, 3 bleeding, not bad. 4 bleeding, even better. And then it gets plus 8 HP. Oof. So this one's going to inflict stun. So that paper is going to turn into a cramp. So we're going to put our cramp against their paper. I can counter... I'm going to counter the rock that has a 7 over it, and then I'm going to... Oh no, I got my gem combo card. Oh boy. It's like I don't want to use that one because there's gonna... There's not enough gems to really make it matter. Alright, we're gonna counter this rock with the 7 over it just so we can get the most out of our gem combo. Alright, and that's just a scissors, nothing else to it. Oh, deal 5 damage 2 times. I wonder why that's a thing. So I put this cramp at the end just because I have 8 riposte and 13 shields. So even though I'm going to lose this bout, it's not only going to do 0 damage to me, but it'll hit the living corpse for like 10. 9 or 10. Oh, no, never mind, he cramped. Never mind, that did nothing. so much for my strategy to use my riposte. So far it's going good though. Yeah, down to 35. 38. Excuse me. Alright, who do we have for the scissors? Alright, we're gonna put this rock up because it does 10 damage. Which I think that'll actually be enough to end the round, or end the game, or not the game, the battle. Ending the battle. You know, I'll get the right word eventually. You know, it's kind of like that situation where you have to go through everyone's name till you get the right one. And I will get there, eventually. So reduce all enemy buffs by 1. Deal 2 damage to self, deal 2 damage 3 times. I'm not big on hurting myself. Deal 1 damage for every 2 artifacts, okay. 5 damage if this card has 3 gems. So I'm kind of curious. I could max out a paper. Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna get this paper fully loaded. Good stuff. Because I'm building up this like gem-based damage for a reason. So when we get to the final battle, it will be in my favor. Every 2 times you deal damage to an enemy with bleed, deal an additional damage. Alright, we're gonna go for Ring of the Mosquito. And is that our last one before the boss? It is! Oh, Corrupted King Frog, here we go. Without a delay. Look at him, he just, oh my gosh. It would just be the cutest if they had like a squishmallow of this. So, if you guys don't know, if you haven't seen this before, the trick that I discovered to defeating the Corrupted King Frog is you have to parry him. There is the occasional moment when you can attack him outright, but for the most part, you can't just attack him outright. You have to parry him every single time, which is why I went for a lot of gems that just straight up inflicted damage. But for this first go around, I can counter him without too much concern. So we have 2 scissors, and then we'll parry that one. See what happens. So this first one is scissors, so that's going to be a parry. I should win, and then I should win. So the main reason why you need to parry the Corrupted King Frog is because he builds up a lot of riposte, and he builds it up very quickly. So I have had games lose just because I got hit with his riposte 1 time. So right now he has 6 riposte built up. So if I were to inflict damage to our friend the Corrupted King Frog right now, it would deal 9 damage to me. Just instantly. 9 HP gone. So now at this point, I want to more heavily focus on parrying him until those ripostes are gone. So this will reduce all buffs by 1. Okay, we're gonna put the cramp down on this rock. Deal 4 damage. Grant 3 shields. Okay, we're gonna counter this scissors, even though it's gonna hit me with damage, and we're gonna see what happens. Because then we have our scissors that will heal. Okay, it chewed through just about all of our shields, but we survived without taking damage. And yes, it took me playing through like 10 times before I had this epiphany on how to defeat the frog. It's like, ah! So right now he has 0 riposte. So I'm going to go all out doing damage to this guy. Or I would if I could. I got 0 scissors, so that's not doing me any favors. But he is down below 200 health, which is good. Ouch! I just got hit with a ton of damage. I think 11. I got hit with 11 damage. have anything that just heals straight up? No. But I can inflict a stun. So we're going to put this one here to get a stun. So we can put this here. This deals damage, but it grants 3 shield. This one will heal. Alright, let's try this for this go round. So we have rock, rock, stun, rock. Okay, got hit with riposte. I do have 1 heal, so I'll get 1 health back. That'll be a parry. That gives me a shield. Okay, and that just was pure damage. I didn't get hit with riposte, which is fantastic. Alright, so now the frog's back up to deals 14 damage of riposte. Okay. So we're just gonna straight parry. Like, as best I can, I'm gonna parry. That's 8. It's gonna be 8 damage. That's only gonna give me 2 shields. And that'll give me 2 shields. But ultimately means I'm gonna take 6 damage. Is it worth sprinting and hoping for a rock? Because I'm only gonna draw 2 cards. And one of those cards is guaranteed to be a cramp. And all 4 of my rocks are in the discard pile. So I am pretty much guaranteed to get a rock. Okay. So we got a little bit of healing. Okay. Ooh, I'm back up to 10 shields. A wild omnimite in chat. I'm gonna catch that. I got 3 cramps. Oh boy, oh boy. So we're gonna parry the scissors. Oh, actually, our good friend Corrupty doesn't have any things. He doesn't have any things. So I'm gonna throw down 2 cramps because I have a lot of shields. Okay, this is what we're gonna do for this turn. I'm gonna commit to the bit. So we'll win, we'll parry, we'll lose, and then we'll lose again. But we should be fine. Because he's gonna get hit with riposte, and we're gonna win! Yay! So that was actually pretty dang fantastic. So not only did I successfully do this first challenge, but I also won. Yay! Let's see, damage dealt 744. Nice. Highest damage dealt is 18. Highest damage in 1 turn 66. When did I do 66 damage in 1 turn? That's awesome. But cool thing about the end screen here is it reminds me of the roguelike game Hades. So it's a fun mixture of like a whole bunch of different gaming concepts, and I like it. Ooh, so what do we want to do for the next challenge? Now that challenge 1 has been completed, we could do... Ooh, what would be a fun one? We could do a no ring challenge. No rings. What is the word called? When it's the negative ones. I cannot remember exactly what they used to describe it. Let's just say no negative. Let's just call it tokens for now until we figure out what it is actually called. So what I mean by no negative tokens, I just mean the ones that give me extra loot. So we're not going to do that. So we're going to do no rings, no extra loots. And I feel like that's not enough. I feel like that's not enough. We could do must visit all temples, right? As they come available, must visit all temples. That way I'm constantly like switching where my cards are. Or do we think that might be too much? And I'm gonna be real, using Kress is her own challenge. That's like challenge 3, must use Kress. I have never won this game with Kress, ever, at any point. I've only ever won with Arturo. I mean, can you be mad about that? He's pretty. Kress is pretty too. She's just really, something about her playstyle does not mesh well with my squishy brain. And so I can't do it. I've tried and I've tried and I've tried. Like, I was getting so upset with how much I wasn't able to win that I joined the Discord just to get access to Arturo and then immediately won. So I don't know if that's saying anything. All right, let's do it this way. Must always choose bottom path. There. So we'll do no rings, no negative tokens, must always choose the bottom path. Because I feel like forcing myself to go to the temples is too much with having other challenge options. But I think making it so I have to choose the bottom path is not nearly as bad. All right, let's get into this. Challenge number 2. No rings, no negatives, must always choose the bottom path. Alright, and slimy. I wonder, I could probably do a pinned message. Being a, like, challenge 1 was complete. Oh, of course I'm spelling challenges wrong. Man. Can I pin this? There we go. There, just to kind of keep a record of how well I'm doing. Poor little slimy. Alrighty, so I get to put these wherever I want. Oh, up the sleeve is such a good one. Deal 5 damage if it has 3 gems. Inflict weakness and granting power. Draw a card. We don't want that one. That one's not too bad. Ring of the Binding Strand's pretty good. We're gonna go for up the sleeve though. And actually right off the bat, I can superpower this card. I can, oh, I can't get that one combo starter, but we'll grab combo starter anyways. Because eventually we'll get it maxed out. Now let's go for quick draw. I've never had quick draw before, why not? But not yet locking. There is actually quite a variety of monsters. Hopefully we'll get to see them all, but these first few ones are pretty scripted. Of recovering from my emergency back surgery. Yay me. The doctors are saying I'm recovering really, really well. But oh my gosh, were those staples uncomfortable. They were awful. And you know, you'd think that the incision itself and the resulting back stiffness and the crunching of my bones every once in a while, you'd think that that would be the part that was like the worst bit. No, it was the staples. Oh, they took those things out and it felt so much better. Okay, that's a lot of stun damage. We are not doing that. Spiky defense. Move between the great shields that riposte. This gives us dodge. Deal 2 damage to self. We're not doing that. Deal 1 damage 2 times. Plus base damage. Wow, I am not enamored with these options. We are going to roll. Deal damage equal to double the damage suffered. Inflict bleed. Inflict stun. Considers parries as wins. Okay. So Ring of the Smashing Stone is nice. Ring of the Wise Tome is... No rings. I can't do rings. Oh my gosh. I was about to give myself some rings. I totally forgot. No rings. which you'd think I'd remember, considering I literally have it on my screen in 2 different spots. Because I'm one of those weirdos that has a tiny gaming screen, because I've got the one monitor. I actually figured out how to turn my tablet into a second monitor. So if I wanted to, I could full screen this game and still be able to see OBS. But no, I have it all on one screen. So I've got a tiny screen, so I can see my OBS. Alright, and then the other part of the challenge must always choose the bottom path. So, as much as it's going to hurt me, down we go. What do we have here? Fufu the Bandit with a sharp, thief, and stolen cards. Keep hitting to get it back. Wow, Fufu! That's kind of mean. That's kind of mean. So I guess we'll put paper here, because that's going to... No, that's going to waste... Okay, we'll put this paper here. Oh, still no scissors. Alright, we'll just... I just don't want to waste a stun. Ouch, that's a lot of damage. Alright, we're gonna do it this way. We'll counter the scissors, parry the paper, and then we'll technically parry the rock at the end, and that'll get a stun out of our hand. Oh, we got our card back. He took my rock. Get it back. But we can do perfect counters for this go round. That's so rude. Fufu. So rude. I've got 2 of my cards now. Okay, so what we can do here is we have our stun back. So we can stun out the scissors to get a parry. And then we can parry this first paper. I think that'll be the best way to not get damage done to us. And then we'll parry. Perfect. Okay, so this is what I meant by a negative card, is the ones that have the open circles. So we have Peace of Mind, considers all losses as parries, reduce by 1 all debuffs to self, deal 1 damage, grant 1 heal, deal 3 damage. So I want Peace of Mind, and I want Leech. Okay, we're gonna go for Peace of Mind. What's the card that needs 3? Is it you? No. Okay, this one needs an additional card. Or gem. It's an additional gem. I may not always use the right word, but context. Context helps. So then at least I can be somewhat understood because context. In my defense, I'm wounded. Alright, so far we're holding on to the challenge pretty good. We're keeping to the rules. I almost forgot them for a second, but we're keeping them. Alright, so juicy ASMR eating noises warning. So this has stone damage, base damage, blade damage. This gives me HP. This gives me a lot of HP. This gives me a lot of extra damage. I feel like I might need the HP just because I haven't been getting a lot of healing. And I don't really need base damage just because of the frog. We're gonna go for the golden griffin steak. Alright, Rocky, you're getting sacrificed. Okay, we're on to the Warlord. With his mankini. What do they call those? Speedos? Yeah, I think the man bikini is the Speedo. With his duelist. The most hated thing. Wow, I got no papers. I got 0 papers. Okay, I'm gonna end my turn without putting down any cards because each of his rocks are only gonna do 1 damage. And I know from repeatedly doing this over and over and over, his whole sequence is all rocks, all scissors, all paper. All rock, all scissors, all paper. And I know that if I tried to parry him, I would just lose my resources for when it became all scissors. So, now we'll do it this way. And that's it. I am not going to put anything down on the 3rd row. I'm just going to do my 2 rocks, get my 2 victories, get my little bit of healing, get my little bit of riposte, and then lose. And then now we'll have 4 scissors. Oh, I should have sprinted. It's fine. It's fine. It shouldn't shuffle our discard into our hand yet. There's my papers. All right, so I'm gonna do my pommel throw paper in the last slot because then when we go around to the next phase, the very first one will be a cramp for my opponent. That's right, Warlord. I'm strategizing. I'm thinking. I'm using that big brain energy. I'm rubbing those 2 brain cells together. All right, so we got a parry and then 2 counters. So now here comes the unfortunate bit. I'm out of scissors. Oh, we didn't get one. Darn it. Oh, but we can hit him with a stun. Okay. Let's do that. Let's do that. It is going to be a parry, which means it's going to count as a loss, but we will stun them for the next one, which will make it so I don't get damage. Game, can you please just give me my cards? What is with the shuffling for this one? Ooh, sorry guys, I peeked the microphone there. I did not realize I could talk that loud. I done peeked the microphone. Alright. We done kicked his butt. My health is not doing good. Oh good, we have a healing one right there. Okay, we've got 2 healing cards here. I am taking both of them. Okay, what's the rock that needs... Okay, what was the card that needed? Where's the one that does 5 damage if it's maxed out? Okay, this one, but it needs the big gem. Okay. Perfect, that gave us 2 heals. Ooh, I can get a free. Yay! And then we'll go for the scissors gem because, well, that's the only other one that seems appealing and it's the last loot I got. Bring it on, Froggy. You get squished. Alright, and as always, gotta choose the bottom path. Or, not as always is the wrong word, but for this challenge. Alright, juicy ASMR eating sounds warning. So this one has HP and base damage. We're gonna go for the one that has plus 10 max HP. Or plus 8 max HP. Because I am in need of health. I do hope that in the future, like, I don't know if maybe I should ask for it in their Discord, but like, I really would like for an option to turn off the eating noises. So this one has incredibly sharp, so it inflicts bleed, gets defense, and grants courage. So this one we can counter and parry without worry. So we're going to start with scissors, throw down paper, then rock. And we have a little bit of a mystery here, so we'll just do scissors again. Hopefully we'll start racking up a lot of heals. Because we have to be our own priest, paladin, and What's the last one? DPS. We have to be our own DPS. Okay, so we have a paper to counter this rock, and then we can throw down. Because this paper is the stun one. So we can get rid of a cramp. I love the little wolf pack. I think it's fun. They're like a little gang, a little boy band posing for their next CD drop. So paper, then rock, sprint. So we have the scissors, which is nice. You know, I'm just now realizing I don't have a lot of cards that grant shields. That's unusual. Because normally with Arturo, that's like his thing, and I am not doing it properly. But our health is going up. I'm really excited to see my health go up. Deal 3 damage. Let's parry, and then we'll throw that crap down. Deal 5 damage. Okay, we'll throw the scissors down. I need to get this rock maxed out. Oh, I missed the Venonat in chat. Oh, darn it. I like Venonat. Oh my gosh. Streamer rant moment. Pokemon TCG is freaking crazy right now. I'm certain everyone has heard a ton about it, and maybe we're all tired about hearing about it, but like, oh my gosh. Crazy. Crazy. Pokemon TCG is absolutely wild in. But not only that, the price of the Switch 2, absolutely crazy. The price of the games for the Switch 2, absolutely crazy. Like just stunning. Just I don't even know what to say about it at this point. The prices that Nintendo is trying to get out of people is wild. And I'm not even the newest Nintendo game, the newest Pokemon game that's coming out is like an issue that I've had with the Pokemon games, and I've had this issue for a really long time, is they don't change enough in each of their games. So kind of explain what I mean is, for each game that they release, ever since they've left, I mean, maybe even including the DS styled games, like the really old game handheld device games, so maybe even back then, but they only change one thing at a time, period, ever. And it's not enough. And it's kind of getting to the point where it's just like, they need to do more in each game. They can't just keep changing one tiny little detail between each game, calling it a new game, and then charging double for every new release. It's tiring. Like, I remember one point I ended up skipping like 3 games. It was like Legends of Arceus, whatever came out after that, and whatever came out before it. I skipped those 3 because there just was not enough difference between the first one and the third one to actually like want to play it. It wasn't until they got to Scarlet and Violet that there was enough of a difference between the games to be like, okay, this is playable. But they're doing it with that newest release too, where they're introducing one new concept that's different, and it's the fact that you can move your character around during battles. And when you move your character around, it moves the Pokemon with it, except that doesn't make any sense in the Pokemon world, because never have people moved during Pokemon battles. Like, that's never been a thing. But in the game, the movement of your Pokemon is directly tied to the movement of your character. So in order to move the Pokemon, you have to move your character, and that doesn't make any sense either. But we'll see as more comes out. I only saw, a small... I think they only have, 1 trailer out at the moment? So I guess we'll see as more information comes out. But for right now, I am not motivated. Goblin Marauder with his little palm. Finally getting some healing cards has definitely been beneficial. Okay, so we have our stun card, so we're gonna get rid of this cramp. Alright, what do we got? We got paper first. Then we have a mystery. So I guess we'll throw down that rock for the mystery. We can parry the scissors. Okay, I want to hold on to that paper so I can get rid of a cramp. Because I got the one that inflicts stun. I might actually duplicate that card. Like, I wanted to duplicate the rock big gemstone just so I could finally get that, you know, +5 damage. But at the same time, the paper that does stun is really nice. Alright, we'll do it this way. I did rock, paper, paper. Okay. So losing health a little bit. Oh, he inflicted me with bleed. Every win. Okay. I need to not be doing that. Okay, so we'll put scissors down here. We are going to parry that rock. We're going to destroy those scissors. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be... Alright, can I get paper? Okay. I have 3 cramps, it's not good, but we're getting close to the end of the Goblin Marauder. What the heck happened there? That should have been a parry. Does he have... Oh, he has Duelist. I totally was not paying attention to the fact that the Goblin Marauder had Duelist. I totally skipped right over that. Okay, this rock is going to deal 3 damage. So, wish me luck, that should end the game. Or end the battle. Goodie! Copy the last root effect. Okay, we're gonna skip that one. Ooh, I like these 2. Kite Shield and Defensive Strike. Not having any rings is a lot harder than I realized. And then we have... No, we don't want that one. We're gonna do Major Clone, or we could heal. Let's heal. Let's get a little health. Alright, Mirror of Fate. We can duplicate a gem. So... we can duplicate Growing Earthquake in order to get our rock up and going. We can do Quenching Blades. No, let's just stick with getting that rock up and going. Like, let's just not even think about it. Let's get that one. Because at this point, not having that card up and running is just kind of like a waste of a gem at that point. Alright, Corrupted King Frog. You're going down! You hear? Alright, we're gonna start with our scissors first. So we go for shield or bleed. Oh, let's start building up our shields. Okay, got a little bit of healing off of that one. Yeah, hit him with the paper. Open palm slappage. I mean, I guess really if you were like actually gonna hit him, it would be like closed fist punch, open hand slap, and eyeball poke. Alright, so he's got his riposte up and going, so we're gonna focus on countering, or parries. We're gonna focus on parries. And I do have enough shield, so I am going to throw a crank down. Actually, I'm gonna switch. We're gonna do the scissors, and we're gonna put the cramp on the rock that only has 3 base damage. Because the less shields I have to give up, the better. Oh, I gave up the same amount of shields anyways. 8 riposte! Oh my gosh. Froggy boy. Oh, okay, the riposte is gone. We're good. The riposte is gone. Okay, so I have my paper with the stun, so we're gonna put that down. Maybe. Because he doesn't have his riposte up, so I can do damage. Okay, we're gonna go this way. We're gonna go rock, rock, stun, paper. Because I can do damage. And then we'll go up against his corruption. So we're gonna get a little bit of damage and lose our shields. But then we'll win. Oh, he got riposte at the very end. That is so... Oh, that was cheeky. Got me with riposte right at the very end. Oh, that's gonna be a loss. Okay, we'll throw down my second cramp. Okay, so far not too bad. We got a little bit of healing and some shields. But we are going to lose all of our shields. Froggy boy, how you hurt me so. So we can't do damage. So we're hopefully going to do some parries. Perfect. Perfect parries across the board. Oh, you guys probably can't see too well, but Froggy has 8 riposte, which means he's going to deal 10 damage. Alright. I feel like this is going a lot slower than it did last time. Okay, so we can parry that. Parry that. Oh, darn it, I could have gone for damage this go round. Okay. We'll go for damage at the very end. So I am going to do a little bit of damage. So we're going to parry, because we're both going to cramp. Parry again, then I will win, and then we'll parry again. So I should survive without taking too much damage, because he is building up his riposte. Okay, there's 2 ripostes, so that's going to be 5 damage. Okay, I survived. Alright, good deal. We've reached the less than 100 HP mark. Alright, now we're in for a full round of parries. This one is going to give me HP. This one's going to give me shields. I will have 8 shields. I'm about to take a lot of damage. Fingers crossed I survive. I had too many cramps in my hand. Sprinting would have done me no good except build up cramps. But with 9 shields, I'm going to lose all but 1. So we're going to get hit with 7 damage. Ouch. Still in it though, still in it. In it to win it, in it for the biscuit. So I can do counters. I can actually do damage here. Oh, the chances of getting paper. So this is going to do a bunch of damage. That's going to do bleed. Oh gosh, out of this many cards, the chances of getting paper is like slim to none. Alright, we're gonna intentionally lose, or I'm gonna intentionally lose, or however this is gonna go, because it is gonna give me shields. So instead of 8 damage, it'll be 5 damage. Oh gosh, that was 9 damage, down to 19 health. I'm still gonna survive. I've got 14 HP left. Corrupted Frog has 23, I have 14. I can do this. I can do this. I'm severely questioning if I can do this, but I can do this. The thing is, I have 2 cramps in my hand. If I sprint, I'm gonna get 2 usable cards and 1 additional cramp. I need to parry, but one of those is a mystery. 8 plus 5. Let's try it. This card considers all losses as parries. So I can throw down this Peace of Mind rock, and I'll basically guarantee either a win or a parry. Winning means damage though. So we're gonna throw down paper, because that'll get us shields, and then we'll throw down this because that'll get us a shield. Okay. Oh, thank goodness it was a rock. So it was a parry. Okay, we got 7 HP. Oh, we're done. But we won! Oh my gosh. I had 2 HP at the end, but I still won. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, that was close. But that was a successful challenge completed. No rings, no negative tokens, and I always chose the bottom path. And I won. Yay! Little celebratory animation on the screen, just kind of gotta pretend it's there. So that means I get to update my little post down here. So we can unpin it and say number of challenges 2. Successful. 2. 2 for 2. So what are our stats here? We've got damage dealt 683, highest damage dealt 9, highest damage in 1 turn 59, damage taken 106, artifacts activated 23, and longest artifact chain 1. Because yeah, we get 1 at the start. It's kind of a default, we gotta have it. Okay, I think that went pretty good. 41 minutes for that, not too bad. And with 2 health remaining, literally getting those healing items there towards the end, that saved the run. Like, that is what saved it. So what do we want for the 3rd challenge? What are we thinking? So we could play off the 2nd challenge and do must always choose top path. So we can always do the top path. Oh, I know. Max out rings first. So they're on the side. If you guys have seen, there's like all the little diamonds where the rings go. So how about for this run, I have to max out my rings before I can choose artifacts. Or gems or whatever. I don't know. One day I'll get these words straight. So the 3rd challenge is going to be must always choose the top path, and I have to max out my rings first. Alright, ready Arturo? Let's go. I'm looking forward to when they update the demo, so that because they've been working on a lot of additional rings and stuff, so I'm very much looking forward to it. Got scissors, so put down rock. I'm sorry, Slimy. My kin, my brethren, my fellow slime. It must be done. Oh, is my OBS breaking? What's breaking? I am seeing a blue loading. There we go. Okay. So, because I can get negative stuff, I could grab that. Every time you play Parchment, deal 1 damage. I don't like any of these. Okay, let's get Ring of the Wise Tome. And then we'll flip the script, get new stuff. Can't heal. Okay. Okay, so we have Ring of Incredible Endurance. Your cramps gain the following effect: grant +1 heal. And every time you draw cards, deal damage. Let's go for the cramps get an effect. This is probably gonna be the hardest challenge yet, honestly. But so far, so good. Wide Wild Wolf. Why is he a wide wild wolf? It looks like a normal wolf. Alright, then we'll put down that paper because that should end the battle. There we go. None of these are very... So I don't have any bleeding effects. I'm not too worried about dying. So I guess let's get new loot. What do we have? At the end of the turn, grant shield. At the beginning of combat, grant courage. Okay, let's do the... at the end of the turn, grant shields. Beginning of combat. Yeah, let's do the beginning of combat. I'm worried. I'm not gonna lie, guys, I'm worried. Okay, I have to choose the top path, though. Oh my goodness. Okay, we are gonna get another gemstone, which is nice. So I need to really pick a good one. Grant repose, grant shields, deal damage. Oh, this is hard because it's like I want to go for damage because right now I have nothing else going for me. But the shields are really nice too. Oh, let's go for smite. Honestly, let's go for smite. Let's get some damage. Yeah, sorry if my volume's all over the place. I'm like constantly switching the way that I'm sitting. Alright, Juicy eating ASMR noises. That's your warning. We're gonna go for HP and +2 base damage. We have Clinch Master, every wind inflicts weakness, and damage resistance. My cards look so naked and bare. 'Tis a sad sight. Forgive me, my cards. I mean, getting that duplication was nice because at least I got a gemstone through that. But I don't think I've seen my artifacts get used at all. Okay, the Ring of the Shield Bender is pairing up with Bracelet of the Ice Guardian. So that is nice. There is that. Okay, this should be the end. Yay! Victory! Do people still do like the hashtag slay? Do people still do that? Alright, Ring of the Cramp Lord, let's go. I don't have anything that discards. I don't do stun. I guess we could heal at the end of combat. Heal, but it's like the end of combat. Oh my gosh, it's Tech. Hi, Tech. Hey, no worries. No worries. Glad to see you here now, though. Yeah, I was kind of feeling down and out, so I was like, you know what would make it better? Streaming. I guess I'm gonna go for healing because nothing else kind of looks good. But hi, how have you been? I think the last time we spoke, you were talking about buying some of those cards. Have you heard back about that yet? All right, Warlord, you and your duelist ways. Well, this is terrible. All right, I'm just gonna end my turn and take the damage because oh my gosh. Alright, get myself some shields and do some damage. Yeah, dominate, rock, paper, scissors. I'm so grateful I don't have to guess what he's doing all the time. It would be too hard if I always had to guess what my opponent was doing. With his thong. You know, with that outfit, it's totally understandable why he's so cranky. I would be cranky if I had to wear that. Oh, 1K for the whole collection. That's a nice deal. Well, I hope you hear a favorable news back. I'm glad to hear you're doing well. I'm recovering all right. Back is stiff, still tired. Got a nap partway throughout the day, but you know, no real complaints. I got a lot of time to work on my YouTube channel, so trying to make the most of it. Oh my gosh, he's surviving with 1 HP. Dude. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna throw down this rock that does 5 damage and win the battle. Let's go. Sorry, hitting microphones. Every time you draw cards, inflict weakness. Every 2 times you play stone, grant a shield. And every time you play stone, deal damage. Okay, we're gonna go for this one and this one. And heck it, we'll do this one. So close. 3 rings left and I can go for getting gemstones. And I believe always have to choose the top path. Okay. So top path we go. Let's see. After 5 turns, deals damage equal to its current HP, then dies. Oh. Okay. Okay, that's not good. That's not good. Okay. I have 5 turns to do as much damage as possible. I have lost runs to this ability. I've lost entire runs to this boom ability. Yeah, this is the rock, paper, scissors game. I'm doing a challenge stream. So every single run, or if I win a challenge, then I'll make a new one. But just about every single run so far, I've been coming up with like a random challenge to impose on myself while we do our competitive rock, paper, scissors. And this one is, I have to choose the top path and I need to max out my rings before I can get gemstones. And so far it's difficult, but it's going. So if you feel like coming up with a challenge, I'm all ears. Yeah, I finished Meridian 157, so I'm back to doing the demos. Okay, what do I have? 2 papers? I have 3 turns left? Okay, I'm doing pretty good for what it is. Okay, I think we're gonna do it this way. I just need to get him down below 36 HP. If I can get Dup Dup down below 36, I'll survive. Dup Dup's down to 46. Oh, fair enough, Tech. Fair enough. Alright, we'll get one more turn after this one to try and knock out Dup Dup. Are we actually gonna win? Heck yes. Yay! No damage. Yay. Oh my gosh. Oh, that was scary. So my choices are for rings. Our Ring of the Spiky Defense. Every 2 times you grant shields, grant 1 riposte. At the beginning of combat, grant 2 heal. Ring of the Dark Soul, which gives a loot to my enemy, and I could heal. So, I mean, really, Spiky Defense isn't bad, and Ring of Regeneration isn't bad. And if I get these 3 things, that will actually max out my rings, and then I could start getting gems. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. So now my rings are my rings are all maxed out. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, that was a journey. I think I have 1 battle left till the frog guy. Copy the last root effect. I don't really have any root effects, and I don't want to deal damage to myself, and I don't want to consider parries as wins. A no ring challenge. Okay, I'll add that to the next one. For sure. Yeah, the rings are pretty powerful. They're pretty nice. There's some really good ones and some really bad ones. Oh, Dicey, the Slime Marauder. Oh. Look at that. He's got a little skull and a little sword inside. Look how angry he is. So we've got Tornado. Discards all of my cards at the end of my turn. Damage resistance. Accelerated growth. And Dazing Blow. So I basically want to use my best cards at every opportunity. Some parries in there. Yeah, you can see as the rings get activated, they start glowing. So we should see some pretty impressive chains happening soon. Okay, so we can counter those. And then I guess we're kind of... yeah, we're just gonna have to do that and hope for the best. So I could throw down the... actually, you know what? I'm gonna do the cramp because that cramp is better than my paper. Oh, I can't believe the cramp is doing more than my actual, like, cards. Because the cramp is doing healing and damage. The paper does nothing. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave that cramp on the field because it is my powerful card. So are you still playing Magic the Gathering Tech? Well, I think I'll leave the cramp there. Oh, right on. I don't know too much about what they're doing, but did they just drop a new set? Watson sent me a picture of the store shelves where they had like a dragon on the cover. Oh, I do have a lot of free time. The excuses. I'm running out of excuses. Oh, so they did come out with a new set. But yeah, you are right. I do have time. I could actually try to play. Oh, it's so hard though. It's so hard. Oh, you could tech. Good. Because I tell you what, I look at that game and my brain just instantly like turns to mush. Oh, once you learn the colors, it makes more sense. Well, that's good. Because yeah, I look at all the different colors and then the way that things work together, and it's just like, it's just like, I don't know about that. Because it does have a lot that goes on. Let's grant some shields. And then just out of curiosity, okay, I was like, I'm gonna click on a ring to see if it'll let me get one, but it tells me my rings are full. So I guess we'll do this fragment. Grant its effects when another fragment is on this card, plus 50 base damage. So this one's gonna have to buddy up with another. Oh, I see. Kind of color coordinated there. Because what is there, like, I'm trying to think of the colors. There's like green, red, black, and blue. White. I think there's white. Okay, so this lady's cool. I can give her an artifact and she can re-roll it, delete it, or duplicate it. So I have this negative one, grant +2 empower to the enemy, so I'm going to give her that one. And she can either remove it or re-roll it. And I'm going to live my gambler dreams and re-roll it. Hopefully we'll get something good. We got Ring of the Sore Throat. Every time you grant courage, deal 1 damage. Hopefully I'm dealing damage to the enemy. There's 5 colors. So there's white, red, black, blue, and green. Oh, so I did get them right. Ooh. So Sweet Delights looks like the best one. Alright. Juicy ASMR eating noises warning. Oh, it's awful. Oh, every time. And we're on to the Corrupted King Frog. Alright. Wish me luck, guys. We got this. I like the idea of playing with a mountains deck. I like mountains. I live in the mountains. So can you mix colors, or when you pick a color, do you have to keep to that one color? All right, Froggy boy, prepare to get destroyed. All right, we're gonna throw down scissors, then paper. We have a rock. I need another rock. Okay. I need water though. I'll tell you guys what, I need water. I am out. I am a dehydrating slime. Look at all those rings. Oh, I don't think I've ever had so many rings like flashing all in one go. Okay, so here we need to parry. Oh, that's less than stellar. Okay, we're gonna do the cramp again. And that should work. Oh, you can mix colors? That's nice. So you could do like mountains and a forest. That would be nice. Mountains and forest. Oh, there are cards that are multicolored. I'm trying to think here what I want to do. So we're going to put that crab against their corruption. I'm going to give myself some shields. So I can do... Actually, I can do damage real quick. So I'm going to do the paper first. I'm actually going to lose. We're going to give myself riposte. And then I'll give myself shields. Oh, heck yeah! So I can have dragons and elves. Okay, that's what we're gonna do, tech. I'm gonna have dragons and elves. Although orcs are pretty cool. I would say I like orcs, but when they draw orcs and goblins, they usually tend to be like gross and juicy looking, and I don't like the gross and juicy look. So if there's like cool orcs that aren't gross and juicy looking. Heckin' dinosaurs! Let's go. I like dinosaurs. How about slimes? Is there slimes? I don't know if I'm gonna survive that. Because that's 10 damage. No, I should survive. Okay, so yeah, it'll do 10 damage to me. Or 8, technically. Then I'll parry, so 0 damage. It should be a parry again, so 0 damage. Oh, I'm actually gonna get 0 damage from this. Okay, because I got 6 shields. Are you done with the riposte? Oh, thank gosh. No more riposte. At least for now. So which means I can do some damage. Oh, there's oozes. So do they, for the online version, do they do the same thing that Pokemon does where you get code cards inside of card packs? Or how do you get cards in the game? I've got 8 HP and the corrupted frog has 53. He's got riposte building, which isn't good. Alright, I kind of have no choice but to go this way and see how it goes. Hope for the best. So I've got 3 rocks down and a cramp. Oh, thank goodness that was a parry. Oh, okay, you buy packs from doing challenges. Oh good, the game can be played for free. Oh no, we were so close. I wasn't paying close enough attention, but I think we got Froggy Boy all the way down to 8 health. Oh, that was so close though. I got hit with the riposte. Darn. Well, I'd say 2 for 2 was a pretty good run. This was my first loss so far. So I think I will redo this one. You're such a distraction. Terrible, terrible distraction. Alright, let's try it again. Which is the maxing out rings, choosing top path. Alright, Slimy, you're going down. Poor little Slimy, getting all beaten up. Crookies? Did I pronounce that right? Kind of like crooked keys. Alright, what do we've got for rings? Grant courage. Ooh. I like all of these rings. We're just gonna get all 3 of them right there. And 2 of those rings actually chain on each other. Give me a rock. I need a rock. Alrighty, Tech. I don't think I'll get to it this stream, but I'll definitely check it out. I think I'm gonna hopefully do enough damage. No, I didn't. That's okay. I almost did it without having to sprint. I do know I need to get water, so I am going to like mute my mic and run away real quick so I can get some hydration. Okay, no more fruit leather slime. And you know what I just realized this whole time? I do not have chat on screen. Okay, I'm gonna flip my pages real quick so I can go grab the chat source thing. So it's gonna flip over to the stream starting page, but we're still here. It's gonna take 3 seconds. Oh, I'm glad you think they're adorable. My sister made those quite some time ago. I don't know if she changed them, if that's what you mean, but yeah, she made them last year? Sometime last year. A lot of things were last year. Or do you mean like changed between the ones that I bought versus the ones, the orange ones? Alright, what do we got? Every time you inflict stun, deal damage. Every 3 times you deal damage, grant shields. Being in combat. That's a lot of beginning at combats. Ah. I don't like any of those. Alright, we're gonna go for upping the cramps. Actually, we're gonna get all of these. We're gonna do that. Oh, I'll let her know that you think so. It'll make her happy to hear that. And top path we go. Wow, all of these meals are terrible. Alright, we got the Initiate Cultist, Tornado, and Shaman. Alrighty, Tech. Well, thank you for hanging out, and I hope your cleaning goes well. So we've got Papered Their Rock. So I think I can do, yeah, I can do complete counters this turn. I think the Cultist is a lot of fun because he shows his book, and in his little book is the symbol for the what he's doing. So if he shows rock, it's because he's doing rock. It's pretty fun. Let's see. So I can counter 2 of those with the paper. I could throw down 2 weaknesses. I mean, I guess I could, you know what, we're gonna sprint because he is gonna tornado our entire hand away. Which, I mean, isn't great because that puts a lot of cramps in our deck, but... Oh yeah, see, I just drew 3 cramps. Less than ideal, but he should be on his last throws. He should be done. Yeah, there we go. I like our little, like, super powered punch at the end. Your cramps gain the following effect: +1 heal. Every 2 times you deal damage with bleed. Every time you draw cards, grant shield. Every time you draw cards, inflict weakness. So I definitely want my cramps to heal. Shields. I mean, I like the idea of shields, but if I grab it, I can't really do anything else. And right now I'm not doing any bleed. Like, at all. Yeah, I'm not doing any bleed. Alright, we're gonna go for the shields, even though it's not the greatest. And then we'll get the weakening draw. Alright, so she'll let us duplicate an artifact so we can fill this up even faster. Oh, but she'll also let us re-roll so I can get rid of the negative one. Oh, that's so tempting. It's hard to decide. So we have weakness, courage. Those build off each other. Deal extra damage, extra healing. Oh, it's hard to decide. I'd like to duplicate my very starting card. That would be a nice one. I guess let's go for beefing up my cramps. No, I don't have to get rid of one. So she gives me 3 options. I can get rid of one, I can re-roll one, or I can duplicate one. And I went for duplicating. Yep, we get to choose. So I duplicated just so I could fill out my rings, so I can start getting gemstones. Well, now hold on a minute. This isn't... Oh, it's because he has Empower. Okay. I was like, wait a minute, how are these doing 2 damage each instead of 1? These are supposed to be 1 damage each. I call foul. Getting defeated by a guy wearing a thong. So gems, they do things like they heal, they give me shields, they and increase my damage. So they actually kind of, the rings and the gems actually kind of do all of the same stuff. I would have to say I think they all do the same. The difference is the rings can activate every single turn no matter what cards you play, whereas the cards, in order to activate those abilities, you have to play the card. I think is really the biggest difference. So like right now all my rings are activating for various reasons. Yay, I got some healing. Oh, okay, the rings are active. I was like, wait, let me play my cards. But the rings were playing through. Gotta wait for them to do their things. So far so good though. We're actually healing and he's down below halfway. Gosh, he's got 7 stacks of weakness. Yay, back to full health. Then I drew cards, I gotta wait. I mean, am I really gonna complain? Yeah, kind of. Just because I gotta do waiting. I'm impatient. I gotta go, go, go. Although, I am very much the embodiment of a hurry up and wait kind of person, because I want to get to where I'm going as soon as possible, so I don't have to worry about being late, because I will sit somewhere for hours, rather than risk being late. I would rather. Like, I'm the kind of person that shows up to the airport like 3 hours early. And I'll do it in a rush too. I'll be like, we gotta go guys, we gotta get to the airport. So let's see, every 3 times you play Parchment, inflict stun. Your cramps deal damage. And at the beginning of combat, grant 3 shields. So I get 1 ring. I get 1. And cramps dealing damage is tempting, but I think I'm gonna go for stun. Heck yeah, now I get gemstones. So we have deal 1 damage, heal 2, inflict bleed and grant courage, reduce enemy buffs, and deal damage equal to the damage of the enemy attack. Let's do bracing formation. I like that. I like the sound of that. See, tech, great minds think alike. It's so much better to be early. And yeah, I would agree the visuals are beautiful. I actually have the music for the game playing, so this is like all the game sound effects as well. And it's just a demo. They gave us this for free. So we have incredibly sharp, defender, and charger. Okay. I'm like looking at what they've got on the board. It's like, okay, how do I want to tackle this? There, we'll do it this way. 2 papers and 2 rocks. No, the full game has not been released. The closest I've seen to an update about how they're doing this is, so they still are actively making content for the game, and they're posting updates on their Discord. However, the closest to like an update for like the game itself is they're planning on updating the demo. And that's it. I have not seen anything about when they're going to release the full game, but they are planning on updating the demo with more content. So I'll take it. I'll take that as a win. I'm looking forward to when they update. I think I'll put the cramp here on the end. You know, all of these rings activating are starting to give me flashbacks to when I tried playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, the online Yu-Gi-Oh! And I couldn't do it because of how constantly it asked me about if I wanted to play my trap card or not. And that's what these rings are starting to feel like. I gotta wait for the rings. Do you want to activate your trap card? Let's see what we got. I think I'll put down my cramp for the first one. I'll parry their rock. I'll destroy their scissors. Then I gotta wait for the rings. And then I'll do another cramp. Oh my gosh, Tech. Tech, you better not have been subbed with how long I was gone. I don't think anybody's currently subbed, actually. I think... Yeah, I've got 0. Which is good. It should be 0. I hadn't streamed in months. Dang, Tech. That's a long time. That's only gonna be 3, but that's fine. Oh, 9 months is a long time. I almost don't want to believe how long I've been streaming. Because I still want to be like, oh no, it's my first year streaming, you know, I'm still new to it. I don't want to admit it's been over a year. So we've got, oh, we can get dodge. Oh, that's a nice one. We're getting this. Slap it right there. Because it's dodge and stun. And we have deal 1 damage and inflict bleed. Deal 2 damage for each card in your hand. Okay. Yeah, it's been a good time. I've been enjoying it. Although I have been pretty fortunate with all of the people who have come and, you know, followed and hung out. It's been a really good community so far. Because honestly, I don't think I've gotten any mean people. I don't think I've gotten anyone bullying me yet. Even on YouTube, I get some really nice comments. So I'm very fortunate for that. Oh, this is new. This is actually new to me. I haven't seen this one yet. Almost proficient cultist. He's got like a big skeletal glowing clawed arm thing. Ooh, with a little bird beak action. That's cool. What is this? What have you done? What have you done? Shaman, mad. Oh, everything works in reverse. Oh, I've had this once before. It is... it's very mind-boggling. Dark Magician. Every turn plays and locks a random card in a random location. Okay, so that's what he's done. And Dodge Master. Every 3 actions grants dodge. Okay, I'm gonna have to work through this one slowly because he's got the mad, which means I have to play rock in the beginning. And then for scissors, I need to play paper. Okay. So they played rock, so I play scissors. They played scissors, so I need paper. I do not have a paper. So they are getting a cramp. And then I'm going to lose that one because they took that card from my hand. Just going through my rings. Oh, that was a lot of damage. Okay, so we won twice and we lost twice. Getting... Oh. Just gonna slap him. Stop touching my cards. Okay, so we'll throw down a rock here. Scissors here. And then I need a paper. Actually, I'm gonna hold on to that paper. Okay, we'll do it this way. So I was holding on to my good paper, the one that has the dodge and stun. Because I want to save that for when I play my cramp. Stop touching my cards. Alright, I need paper. I need my paper. There we go. Just waiting for the rings. Just constantly cycling through. And I think it's, hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So really, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Why is there 13 rings? Because in my mind, I always thought, you know, it was 1 ring per finger, so it'd be 10, but no, there's 13 there. So rock does beat scissors, except this guy has the mad ability. Stones, blades, and parchment work in reverse. So I gotta do the mental gymnastics of flipping things. So I would need to put... Actually, I don't think I can counter any of these. I could try parrying. We're gonna do my cramp for the first one. We'll parry the rocks. Oh, goody, and I got a scissors. Right? Right? I'm like having to like actually focus on what I'm doing because it hurts. It's painful. It is mind-boggling. And then he keeps taking cards out of my hand. Like, dude, rude. Okay, I can put scissors or paper under the scissors, and then I can put rock under the paper. He is tough. Dude is freaking fierce, man. He's got a cool avatar. I like the colors and like the whole aesthetic of what's going on. Yeah, I haven't fought this one before. This is like a new one for me. And my hand was empty, so he couldn't steal a card. So my opponent has rock, so we put down scissors. They've got scissors, so I put down paper. My paper is going to cramp, so I'm going to put down a cramp. And then they have scissors again, so I need paper. Alrighty, Tech, have a safe trip into town. 39 health. I got this. He will get destroyed. 21 HP left. Let's go. Ow, he's touching my stuff again. So I'm trying to... Greedy player, deal 2 damage for each card in your hand. So we can get 10 damage out of this. I think... if we do that this way, I might actually be able to finish this out this round. Because he's got 21 HP. So that's going to take him down. Yes! Defeated! Yay! So what do we have? Oh, we get dodge and stun again. Shields, healing and damage. Okay, I think we're gonna get these first 3. Those are pretty easy. He's touching my stuff! Stop touching my stuff! Pretty much. Get some shields. Who needs something? Scissors needs something. And then we're gonna go for harvest. Damage and healing. If I could English. Englishing is optional. See, the nice thing about English is I don't have to be totally coherent to be understood. So we can duplicate a gem, which is nice. That definitely will be helpful. So deal damage equal to the damage of the enemy attack. I think that's the one I want to go for, honestly. Deal damage, shields, heal. Actually, do I even have... I think this is my only heal card. So while dealing damage is nice, I think this is my only heal. So we'll go ahead and grab myself a heal. I think that's all I have. I think that's all I've got. As nice as it would be to get other stuff duplicated, I need the heals. Alright, into the tavern. What have we got? HP minus... Okay, we're just... Oh! Turducken. I did not mean to click that. Oh, I did not mean to click that. Shoot. Okay. We're just gonna pretend that that never happened. Because I think it was like plus 7 HP minus 1 base damage plus 1 base damage. So I don't know what exactly I got rid of, and I don't know what exactly I gained. But hey, we're gonna keep fighting. And I get to actually play. So for this first round, I get to just go all out with damage. I get to go all out. And then afterwards, I have to, you know, be more cautious. But for this first go round, damage. Damage for days. Just Froggy Boy's building up for post. Oh my gosh, that was a lot of damage on the first turn. Wow. He's already dropped below the 200 mark. So now we have to parry. This go around is purely parries. So we'll start with scissors. We can parry there. Ooh, actually, hold on. Grant, dodge, and stun. That's gonna stun the rock. Okay, so we can use our cramp, but then we have scissors here. So we're gonna, yay, we got a scissors so we can parry. Oh, Froggy's actually kind of cute. And you guys haven't gotten to see it yet, but there's like a whole event that you guys haven't gotten to see yet. If I'm in the way, but you can see the back of my hand here in the bottom right corner. Sometimes we get a little octopus buddy. And we haven't gotten the octopus buddy yet. Alright, so Froggy Boy's riposts are gone, which means I can do a bunch of damage. So we're going to do our paper, because it's going to do stun. And since it's stunning, we're going to throw down a cramp. I don't think we're going to get scissors. No, getting the scissors is going to be a huge undertaking. So we'll just do 2 cramps, because why not? I have 12 shields. Come on, work in my favor. Ouch. But we did dodge, so no damage. The dodging is going really nice. So he has one riposte. Would I risk dealing damage or do I start parrying? Forget, let's do damage. We'll do a little bit of damage and then we'll go right back to not doing damage. So we got 2 cramps down, 1 paper, and a rock, which is going against Froggy's cramp, rock, scissor, scissor. Oh, I see. That's why I've never noticed the bopper before, because the Froggy keeps it in his mouth. I think it'd be nice if they left it on screen just a little bit longer, because the pattern on the little bopper changes depending on what the frog is doing. But it's going by so quickly, I can't see it. Okay, he's got 6 riposte, so we're gonna focus on parrying. So this is going to do dodge and stun. So it's gonna stun that. Alright, give me the cramp. Oh, frickin' rings. Alright, that's it. When magic becomes real, I am not waiting on boosting skills. Can't do it. But yeah, this is definitely reminding me of the time I tried to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Absolutely love the shows. I really loved watching Yu-Gi-Oh! And I do remember I played Duel Links briefly. I played Duel Links when I was a teenager, and I really liked that. But I don't know, something about playing Yu-Gi-Oh! As an adult, it was difficult for me. Although I'm certain playing it in real life wouldn't be nearly as bad because you wouldn't be constantly getting hit with the prompt, do you want to use your trap card? Do you want to use your trap card? Do you want to use your trap card? Constantly. But it's a good game though. I really like the artwork for Yu-Gi-Oh! I think it is really, really nice, especially since they're more willing to like really branch out. I mean, obviously Pokemon sticks to Pokemon, and One Piece is going to stick to One Piece, and Lorcana is going to stick to Lorcana. But Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic, they're like, no, no, no. We're going to do whatever we want. So right now Froggy has 1 riposte. Oh, what is this one? This one grants shield, enemy attack. Okay, we're going to go for... Okay, we're going to put the rock that does the damage equal, and then the rock that does the shields. Because for some reason, Froggy Boy has 2 stuns. He's got 101, so he's down below half. I'd say he's down to a third of his HP. Oh, if this game ever gets big, I can totally see a plushie of this doing really well. I know earlier I mentioned a Squishmallow would be really nice, but I could totally see like this legitimately selling well. Okay, so we've got a paper, a single paper that grants dodge and stun. And we need to parry. Okay, scissors, and then we'll do rock, and then we will cramp, because why not? Okay, so another off-topic discussion. So because I've been, you know, recovering from injury, I've been trying to like think of what I could do at home to not feel like a lazy layabout, because I guess that's a whole nother conversation, but I've been trying to do the best I can. And so I picked up making my partner's lunches again. So the poor guy, he's been letting me make his lunches, and I was making him sandwiches. You know, pretty simple sandwiches following the pattern of what he likes. And I was thinking to myself, I will use 2 different sauces for his sandwiches, so that way he doesn't get like flavor burnout, so that way he's not eating the same flavor for both sandwiches. Well, I just grabbed what he had in the fridge. I truly didn't think anything. I just grabbed what he had in the fridge. One was a ranch, just a regular ranch, and the other was a spicy ranch. So I will say what I did think to myself was, oh, he bought this, he owns this, he must like it. So I used the spicy ranch on one sandwich, and I used the not spicy ranch on the other sandwich. And, you know, didn't think anything of it beyond that. Turns out that was not a good idea, because he comes home from work and he goes, he's like, did you use the spicy ranch? I'm like, yeah, I used the spicy ranch. And he goes, do you have any idea how hard it is to be trying to eat a spicy sandwich while driving? And you can't drink water, drive, and eat a spicy sandwich at the same time. And I was like, oh, I thought it was hilarious, but you know, I was like, I didn't think about that. So now I gotta be a little more careful about what sauces I use. But hey, I did it. We did it. We won. That is a third challenge completed. It took 2 tries this time, but that is a third challenge completed. So I get to update my pinned message. I'm gonna unpin. Then do number of challenges. 3. Number completed. 3. Ooh, I guess I could add another 4. Total runs 4. And then we'll set the pin up so it stays up there. There. Updated. So that was actually pretty fun. I think we got a much better mix of rings this time, because even though yes, had to sit there and wait for the rings to cycle through, they really helped. Like, once we got that going, so let's see, 42 minutes and 59 seconds, damage dealt 680, highest damage dealt 18, highest damage in 1 turn 48, artifacts activated 302, longest chain was 10. And in total 302. So we had to sit there and wait for these to activate 302 times. So that was pretty cool. That was definitely fun. I like that challenge. So for the next challenge, Tech said no rings. So we're gonna have a no ring challenge. No rings. So let's do no rings. And I haven't used Kress yet. I keep using the Royal We, but I haven't used Kress yet. So I could switch over to using Kress, but literally she is her own challenge. Like if I'm gonna use Kress, she is her own challenge. She is so hard to beat the game with. I literally have not beat the game with Kress at all. All of my victories have purely come from using Arturo. Where is the menu? Oh, here we go. So this is the menu for total games played, games completed. So total games played 17, games completed 4. I know I've completed more than 4. Games played with Kress 11, games played with Arturo 6, games played with Melissa. So Melissa's not available yet. Total time played 8 hours. Ooh, did a lot of damage. Longest artifact chain 10. So that's the one we just did. But I know I've beaten this game more than 4 times, so I don't know where that's coming from. I don't know why there's a 0 in front of Arturo. What was my click on? Yeah, nothing changes. Yeah, these games played with Kress 11. Not a single one of those has been a victory. So we're going to do challenge number 4, and it is going to be Kress, no rings. Poor little Slimy. Just getting all sorts of beaten up on. So the thing with Kress that makes her harder than Arturo is she has less health. her strategy is vastly different than what I naturally want to do, because I want to go for a lot of defense. I want to go for a lot of just like digging in and holding out. But her, which is kind of weird. So because she has less health, her bracelet of fury doesn't make any sense to me. So let me get out of the way a little bit so you guys can see the bottom right corner. But her bracelet of fury, for every 3 missing HP plus 1 base damage. So with her, you can kind of expect to get like a lot of damage going really quickly, but in order to do it, you have to reduce her HP. And so while that can seem really appealing, I have yet to get it to work for me. So we're gonna get these first 3 gems. Oh, and she also focuses on blades. Now, I don't know if that really impacts me personally, but it's the low HP mixed with her bracelet of fury. So we have Fury of Blows, deal 1 damage 2 times. And then we'll get this last gem here, that's Drain, Inflict Weakness. And we'll put that here. No strategy for where I put the gems, just put them where I feel like putting them. I mean, I guess the one strategy I do have is I like to have each card with at least 1 gemstone on it. So it's probably like the main strategy that drives my decision making. Oh, and a cool thing about this game that really sends it over the top, you can shoot the ground. You can sit there and tap on it. And I don't know, for me that just makes it like super cool. Okay, we're just gonna cramp and then hit him with the scissors because then we're gonna be done. And we have the shield so we can cramp. So what do we have here? I myself the challenge, no rings. Gotta use Kress. Oh, welcome back, Tech. That was a quick trip. Inflict a bleed equal to the enemy bleed. Shields 5 damage. And deal and heal. Alright, we're gonna go for deal and heal. Celsius, it's supposed to be a healthy energy drink. Let's see. So on the can, they claim to have no high fructose corn syrup, no aspartame, no artificial colors, 7 essential vitamins. It's made with green tea, ginger, and guarana seed. I mean, I like them. I like them I think they're a good size. They really do contain no sugar, which is nice. So I do prefer them to like Monsters and stuff. I think they're nice. It's hard to find the flavors that I like though, because my local store, for some reason, does not. It's like they do it to spite me. It's like they're trying to spite me and not carry the flavors that I want. It feels personal. I like mixed Red Bull drinks. Not alcoholic, I don't mean alcoholic when I say that, but the local coffee shops here, you can go order a Red Bull and they'll like mix flavors into it. So you get like custom Red Bulls. Now I get to choose my path for once. I get to pick where I go. I'm going down because I want to duplicate gems. Do 1 damage 2 times, inflict stun. We're gonna go for this one. We're gonna go for the heal and deal. Yeah, because I mean, it's all like secondhand rumors that I heard. It was like my sister telling me. Where like everywhere else gets like all sorts of like fancy Red Bull flavors. There's like 7 flavors that they make. But here where I'm at, they don't make those flavors. So you only get the 1 original flavor. And that's because our coffee shops modify the flavors. Okay, there goes my OBS. I don't know if it lagged out for you guys, if it was just me that lagged out. Let's see, this is gonna do stun. So no matter what, I'm gonna win that. That's no good. You guys need more. You guys need all the good stuff. Does he have duelist? No. Yeah, our coffee shop culture here in Washington is absolutely amazing. It is amazing. And it is not recreated anywhere else. Like, I've left, like, as soon as you leave Washington State, these coffee shops don't exist anymore. And it is unacceptable. Because, yeah, these coffee shops, they sell food. Like, they'll sell actual, like, full-on food. I guess you could almost compare it to a drive-through cafe, right? So it's like going to a cafe, but you drive through it. Yeah, coffees and mixed drinks and food and treats and smoothies. Exactly, Tech. You guys need them there. You need them. So what do we have? Inflict stun. Ooh, +2 base damage. Remove a cramp. And grant courage and inflict. So actually I think I'm gonna go for... As much as doing stunning is fun, I am worried about stunning the frog at the end because I don't want to get hit with riposte. I want to be able to control the stuns more. So I think I'll go for these 3 on the end. Oh, Starbucks is gross though. And I don't think they do the Red Bull thing. But yeah, like, which is kind of ironic because Starbucks started in Washington. I believe it was Seattle. It was born in Seattle. And I can't. Yeah, no rings, Tech. No rings. Alright, let's get a good one this time. It looks like these 2 in the middle are the only good ones. +2 parchment base damage. And this one is blades and stone. Let's do the +1 base damage, because that's good for all of them. Alright, Kress, first boss battle. So he has duelist, so I don't want to parry him. I want to actually win, except I have no paper. None. So we're just going to take a ton of damage because I have no choice but to take a bunch of damage. Okay, but we can do perfect counters with our rocks. What is this one? Inflict stun. That's gonna get rid of a cramp. Okay. So the difference between discard and removing, if I read it correctly, if it says remove a cramp, it gets rid of it completely. It is gone from the game. But if it says discard, they go into your discard pile. Oh, this is less than stellar. I have no rocks. Okay, we got 1 rock. And then we got a cramp. Let's see how well this goes. So I know he's gonna win that one. Yeah, that goes a lot of damage. Then I'm gonna win. And then I'm gonna lose. Alright, we got our scissors that does stun, which is good. Wait, he's down to half HP though. He's down to less than half. Okay, so the warlord's gonna get stunned. So we can put ours up against theirs. I should get a paper. Pretty much guaranteed to get a paper. Okay, so I have 5 cards in my discard pile. I have the paper that's going to remove a cramp. So we're gonna see if it actually removes it or not. And I have 0 in my deck. Okay, it actually removed it. It is completely gone. It did not add it to the count. And this should be the end of the warlord. So what do we have? Deal 1d4 damage 1d3 times. Random buff. Considers parries as wins. And deal 1 damage to self. I'm not a fan of any of these. So this card, the dicing attack, does technically have the potential to do 12 damage. It does have that potential. Oh, thank you for the stretch. Definitely stretch. And I'll even sit up straight too. Alright, so we have Refreshing Dash. I like that one. Oh, I like all 3 of these. That is so not fair. Alright, we're gonna go for the dodge and the heal. What did you read wrong? One of the gems? Oh, Screech! I don't know if I'm confident enough to do that. I don't think I'd have that in me. Alright, I took the upper path just so you guys could see the squishy. The corruption spread. Spread corruption onto one of your cards. Just so you guys could see the squishy. Because the squishy is important. So corruption spread. The power of corruption is evil and wrong, but maybe in the right hands. Yeah, keep telling yourself that. You can spread corruption to one of your cards, turning it into a corrupted spell that always wins. Yay, corruption! And I'll get out of the way so you guys can see the whole... Actually, you know what? It'd be easier. Okay. There we go. Now you guys can see. Come on, don't be shy. Pet the little one. You gotta look over at my hand in the bottom right corner. Stab. So now I get to pick a card that always wins. What do we want to have always win? Let's go with the... I could go with the scissors, because why not? No, let's go for the rock. And then I'll just like keep lurking here on the bottom of the screen so you guys can see the squishy. That doesn't look cool though. That is like adorable. So fluffy and fierce. The only thing though is I gotta be really careful using it with the big boss. I wonder if they did that just because goats tend to represent corruption, or if it's because it's a play on words with the modern phrase of the goat. It could be a lot of things. So this one has, so Frop has Duelist. Alright, so we'll go with this. We'll go with this pattern for now. Yeah, it's hard to tell with these ones, Tech. They put so much thought into it, it could be anything. Oh, let me turn my shadow off so we can see the squishy better. Just gonna remove a cramp. Okay. And then we have scissors. So we'll parry those. Okay, we'll go with this. We'll go this way. Because we do have a little bit of a mystery card. Okay, down below half. That's pretty good so far. I like it. I like it. The little squishy doing jiggles. And it's got a little smiley face. It's hard to tell, but it's got a little smiley face. Alright, I think I'm bullying Frop just a little too much. I feel like Frop is being hardcore bullied right now. Because not only did I use Frop to heal myself up to full, but then he got knocked out really quickly. So revenge, deal damage equal to double the damage suffered last turn. Discard all cramps, parries as wins, draw a card. I do not like any of those. Those were terrible. Remove all debuffs to self, deal 2 damage for each debuff. Ooh, that's nice. Okay, we're gonna go with this first one, because that removes all debuffs. I've never gotten to use that before. I've never had a debuff. And then we have defensive strike, deal damage and shields. And then the last oh, that is our last option. That's right, because I shuffled through. So we have living corpse. Let's see. Okay, so I had to check my phone real quick. Every turn heals 5% of total HP. Okay. Just checking that he doesn't have like the mad ability. Alright, he just gets some shields. So I have a very interesting starting hand. So I have a bunch of scissors. And then... oof. So this one will inflict stun. Okay. I think we're gonna go with this for now. I'm not gonna do a lot of damage, but hopefully I'll do a little bit of damage. Okay, did a little bit. So I'll have Corrupted. I could get Corrupted to win. Ooh, and I got Paper. Heck yeah. He's gonna get a lot of damage this turn. See, this is this little squishy. That's what I need. I need a little squishy for my slime. And then there'll be double squishy. Although in this case it would be triple squishy. Just there's no such thing as too many squishies. Alright, perfect. So this scissors is going to inflict stun, so it'll be cramp versus cramp, and then I'll win twice. It'll be double crown. Because this little squishy has a crown on it too, so I'd have a crown of squishy, and then the squishy would have a crown. It'd be most precious. So what does my opponent have? They have scissors, rock, paper, scissors. So it looks like I'm gonna counter. So let's start with scissors, and then we'll throw down a paper. And then we'll do a scissors. And then that'll inflict stun, so then we'll throw down a cramp, and then we'll sprint, just so we can use the pommel, or the static stretching to get rid of a cramp. Yes, very strategic gameplay. Okay, so I've got rock. So we'll start with paper, and then we'll put paper on the end. And then we can do rock. And then give me a scissors, a good scissors. We're gonna go with this one. Well, now wait, hold on a second. I know the living corpse is healing, but is it really healing that much? Okay, he's down to 100 HP. Down to 92. How much is the corpse gonna heal? +8? Right? For sure, Tech. I'm winning. I'm slowly winning. Even if the corpse is healing itself. It's so gross how they're using a severed hand, though. Like, can you imagine how, like, disconcerting and weird that would feel to be hit in the face with a severed hand? Like hard pass. And then it's gonna heal for 8. Oh, so it's almost like I did no damage. Okay, so we've got scissors, so I can throw down a rock. Okay. For sure, Tech. His little bomb in the other hand. And his one sock. Dude's rocking the one sock. So I guess that's the sock that he stole. Alright, then we have a mystery. Alright, we'll put the paper down on the mystery one, because why not? It's a pretty powerful card. Oh, they cramped. You know, I'm over here like shocked that he cramped, but if I had just read the card that I put down, I probably would not have been so surprised. Been like, oh yeah, no, I planned that from the beginning. That was intentional. Yeah, he's got tiny little pants on. So this is the one that bothers you, but not the goblin boss. I just wish he was dying a little faster. Yeah, this is going pretty good. For it being a difficult challenge, it's going pretty good. I've got no complaints so far. I mean, if I needed to come up with a complaint, I could. I'd have to change topics, but I could definitely come up with a complaint. Oh, what was one thing I complained about recently in one of my YouTube videos? No, my memory's not that good. Oh, I was complaining about Disney villains. So, okay, Disney villains. I do not like modern Disney villains at all. And you'd go like Mowbray. That's the point. You're not supposed to like Disney villains. They're villains. Why would you like them? And to that, I don't mean I don't like them because they're, you know, bad guys. I don't like them because of the way that they were written. I think they are poorly written characters. Because I watched I mean, obviously it's not live action, but it was animated to look like live action, a Mufasa movie, where it was the newest edition of the Lion King series, where it was introducing us to Mufasa's and Scar's origin story. And the problem with that is, the problem I ended up having is when they rewrote, because they basically rewrote the story, because they kind of tried to make it fit, but then at the same time they kind of just like threw it all wayward side and totally just dropped the story like a hot rock. They changed a lot of it. But when the story starts and we're introduced to Mufasa, and right off the bat his parents die, or at least his father dies. Spoiler alert, only one parent dies. But yeah, he's very far start of the story is Mufasa is separated from his family, at which point he gets adopted into Scar's family because Scar saves him, and then he gets adopted into the family. which, you know, is a touching start to the story. And right from the get-go, Scar is absolutely in love with Mufasa. Absolutely in love. But Scar's dad is a jerk. Just straight up a jerk. And right from the get-go, he is horrible to Mufasa. Just straight up an awful, awful person. And because of that, Mufasa as a cub gets sent off to go live with the females, and Scar has to stay with his dad. So that results in Mufasa having all of this time to heal and overcome his past and learn new skills and just become an overall well-rounded character. Whereas Scar is taught to treat everyone else terribly. He's just overall encouraged to not be a good person. Right up until his father sees the light. But his father only sees the light right when they're about to die. And so then now, Scar he just lost his family. He has no real social skills. He was taught to treat everybody terribly. And now he's running for his life because other lions want him dead. And then as the story is progressing, he finds love in Zarabi. Like, he falls head over heels for Zarabi, which of course Mufasa unintentionally, I will say it was unintentional, sabotages the relationship. Like, it was never going to get anywhere because of what Mufasa had done. So yeah, Scar went a little bit crazy. And so what I don't like about it is I don't want to be sitting here doing mental gymnastics to decide whether or not a bad guy is a bad guy. Like, can we just have bad guys that are just bad guys? I don't want to, I don't feel good after watching a movie like that, because I'm like, his family just died. They just died. Of course he's fucked up. So yeah, I didn't like the movie. I didn't feel good after watching it. I don't know. I just want a bad guy that's a bad guy. And Scar used to be such a good classic bad guy. And then they ruined it. Yeah, they did ruin a lot of the classics, making them live action. I enjoyed the original animations. Okay, so focusing on the King Froggy time. Doing a bit of damage here. We're in a parrying phase. We're not in a damage phase. Which is unfortunate because I'm about to kill myself. Oh, no, I survived. I only got 3 damage. Oh my gosh, I only got 3 damage. That was beautiful. I truly thought I was going to get hit with more damage than that. But now we can do damage. Not that it's really an option. I'm a little bit worried about doing that. But... oh, my favorite? I like Brave. I like Brave, Wreck-It Ralph. Wreck-It Ralph's a good one. It's not a Disney original, but does Bluey count? And I do like the original Lion Kings. Those are ones that I grew up with. I don't know if I'd call them like a favorite, but I do like them. Oh, this isn't good. I'm probably about to get knocked out. Oh, I need to be more confident in myself. I'm like, if I go for the scissors, I will lose and get damage done, but I will heal. If I go for the paper, I'll win, but I'll get hit with the riposte. However, the riposte is still less damage than the 9 the rock could inflict. So let's see what happens. I have 11 health. It's not a lot, but it's something. Okay, I'm back down to 11 health. Okay, the riposte only did 1 that time. So how about you, Tech? Do you have a favorite Disney film or just an animated film? Okay, this go around I have to parry. I can't not parry. This will grant dodge. And this one will give me shields. Okay, we're gonna have to do it this way. Because I need that dodge. That dodge is gonna be, hopefully, the key to winning. Oh, Emperor's New Groove is great! That is actually a pretty good one. And one of the few movies where number 2 is good too. I actually like the number 2 of that one. What is it? Monsters Inc. Monsters Inc. is fun. Do you like both the Monsters Inc. or just the original? Alright, I can do damage here. Okay, what is this one giving me? This one gives me shield. Okay. Yeah, both the Monsters Inc. films were pretty fun. It was cool seeing the Monsters Inc. school and them going through all of those adventures. And of course the Mike Wazowski is always like stuck in my head. Like of all the things to have stuck in my head, that one is right there. This one removes a cramp, and it grants dodge and 2 healing. The only problem is it's gonna win. We'll see if I survive. I don't have high hopes for survival. I'm like, maybe I'm just traumatized from all the times that I've lost using Kress, that I just like being pessimistic this whole time. But we're still in it. Oh, that's fun. Mike Mahowski. It's very clever. Okay, so I have to parry. Oh, that's gonna win if I do that. I don't know if I can survive 9 plus 6 damage. Alright, what's in my deck? A rock. I'm only gonna get 1 card. What's the rock that I have, though? Gives me shields. Okay, I'm gonna pick up the rock. So even though I'm gonna win, so I'm gonna get hit with Riposte, I'll have shields. Ouch. But I should survive, maybe. Nope, we're out. Darn it. Dang it, Kress. Oh, I've never won with her. I've not once have I won with her. Girl. Yeah, I'm not so sure how I feel about Kress. I really personally feel like she needs revamped in some way. Because I don't know if it's just using her against this particular boss that's the problem, or if it's me. It could be me that's the problem. Time to update my little thing here. Oh, I gotta unpin. There we go. I need something went wrong. Pin my message. There we go. Oh, that was a hard one. Yeah, maybe with rings it would definitely. It's just she's a hard one because in order to activate her beginner ring, she needs to have reduced HP, but then we run into that issue of the riposte there at the final boss. So it's like I can't run her with low HP. So it's a hard one for me. Because for me, it's hard to overcome that want to have that full HP bar, but for her to really shine, she needs to have a reduced HP bar. Which is part of why I keep coming to that, like, she needs to be revamped. However, in the full release of the game, she's got 2 other starting bracelets that could be used instead of being locked into the same one every time. And then of course with the full game there'd be other paths, so other bosses I could battle against. Exactly, gotta reduce it then heal it. Oh, that just feels so unnatural. It just feels so unnatural to do that. Alright, I think I got one more in me. We'll try this challenge one more time. So Kress, no rings. And we'll end on a high note. Right? Yeah, I just gotta crack the Kress code. Try with rings. All right, we can try with rings. Let me edit the top. Must use Kress. That's it. That's the challenge. Must use Kress. Oh, technically it would be the 5th challenge. Do any rings damage and heal? I don't think any do both, but there are ones that heal and there are ones that damage. So if I get both, like if I were to get ones that do both, and then just depending on how I play them, if I start a sequence with dealing damage to myself, then end the sequence with healing, that could be a thing. Okay, deal 1 damage, grant 2 shields. Deal 1 damage for every 2 artifacts activated. Remove a cramp, and this card considers all losses as parries. Okay. So I like the idea of considering losses as parries. I like that. Oh, and I should check the rings. Skip. Skip. Oh, see this one, every time you draw, heal. And this one has cramps heal. Okay, so these 2 rings aren't bad. Yeah, I don't think that specifically exists yet. But I have seen rings that do damage and artifacts that do damage. So my cramps could heal, or I could heal from drawing, or I could remove a cramp from my hand. Oh, let's go with removing. Alright, Wide Wild Wolf. We're gonna destroy this wolf. Because we are fierce. Fierce and mighty. And then my OBS is lagging out again. You can do it, OBS. I believe in you. Maybe. I mean, the audio still... Okay, there it goes. There it goes. I was like, there's no way it's not going to defeat the wild wolf. I'm like, it has to. All right, loot. So Stonebearer, Master Shadow, Barbarian, 1d4, 1d3 times. Okay, so here's this one. Deal 2 damage to self, inflict 3 bleed. But none of these heal. So I could go for the blood spit and then re-roll to try and get something that heals. I think I'm gonna go for the dicing attack. Power that up. I'll try getting the blood spit. Deal 2 damage to self. And then I'm going to get the Ring of Stone Bear to grant shields. Oh, and it doesn't matter which path I choose. So we have Fufu the Bandit and Ghost Corpse. Let's go for some regenerate. Oh, I don't like regenerate. Let's go for Fufu. So he's gonna steal my cards, but that's okay. I will forgive you, Fufu. Maybe. Maybe I'll forgive you. I don't know. It's pretty mean to steal my cards. Like, no joke, it is kind of mean. Just keep stealing from me. It's so mean. Could you imagine playing Pokemon and your opponent just reaches across the board, snatches a card out of your hand? Like, there would be an uproar. And I'm over here having to endure this treatment. Okay, so this one, deal 3 damage to self. And this one, every time you draw a heal. So we can deal damage to self. What did we get from it? Oh, grant 2 empower. That's not good. That's actually not that great. That's not that great. Ring of the Smashing Stone or Growing Earthquake. I guess let's do Smashing Stone. Oh, what do we have? Oh, this gives us +8 max HP. That would be helpful. Let's go for the +8 HP. So now we can reduce our health further. Okay, this one does 2 damage to self, inflict a bleed, remove a cramp, parries as losses as parries, deal 3 damage, deal 1 damage. Okay. Thought I grabbed one that did damage to myself. Oh, there we go. Deal 3 damage to self. So I could... No, we're gonna go for this one. We're gonna go for some damage. I need ways to heal now. I've got ways to damage myself, and I have 1 way to heal myself. Alright, we're just gonna take the loss here. And of course we don't have any rock. And his duelist typically overrules my cards. Oh, no, that time it did consider it a parry. Good. Okay, that's good to know. So we have a little bit of ways to remove health. And we've got 1 way to heal. Every time you draw a heal. So just kind of got to keep... It's going to be a lot of keeping track. So hopefully this should end the battle. I should have sprinted there at the end just to get that 1 extra HP. Okay, show me some heals. No heals. No heals. Deal 1 damage, heal 2. Okay. We're grabbing that. Just straight grabbing that. I'm not even going to read everything else. I'm grabbing that. And then we have, can you draw, inflict weakness, empower, grant, can't grant. Okay. So, I guess we'll get Shrug It Off and Rally of War. This will give us courage, inflict weakness, and this will remove debuffs. Yeah, the potion heals, but it's only one time and it costs one of our loot points. Otherwise, it would be nice to have it, like, with us all the time. Like, one per battle. Something. Okay, we're gonna go for the mermaid. Because I feel like that would be more beneficial to duplicate our ability to heal. There, so now we'll get 2 HP every time we draw cards. Alright, Froth Elder Goblin. He is a duelist. One who shall be defeated. Prepare Froth. You're going down. Okay, what do we got? We got rock, scissors. So I need to win. So I'll put paper then rock. And as for this little mystery one at the end, how about we cramp? We'll cramp the little mystery at the end. Okay, we're gonna go this route. We are gonna have a parry, so we are gonna lose. But I'm gonna get a lot of damage done to myself. So hopefully we'll do a lot of damage to him. Oh, we did it! He's knocked out. The only problem is my health is super low now. Ooh, we can get dodge and heal. So I think the regeneration is, I think, what you're wanting, because the regeneration heals at the end of your turn. All right, let's give myself, no, I don't want dodge. I need damage. Stun, bleed, 2 to self. Ooh, every time you deal damage to self, deal damage. Yeah, let's go for that. That was the beginning. I guess it's kind of the both. Ish, sort of. Beginning and the end. Alright, one more battle and then the Corrupted King Frog. But we got healing, we got damage, we got a little regeneration. Maybe not the greatest combo, but it exists. What do you have? Sharp, Rager, Duelist. Another Duelist. Oh my gosh. I'm done with the Duelists. Please. Please, no more Duelists. I need a break. Alright, and we'll sprint at the end just to kind of get a little bit of a heal because I'm about to damage myself. I think getting that extra health from the feast definitely made a difference. Because now I can sit here at 23 health and not really worry. Because I have 31. Scissors there. Show me the rock. Show me that beautiful rock. I think this should do it. This should actually finish the battle. Oh yeah, the battle's definitely over. We've won. Okay, so very last loot selection. Deal 2 damage to self, deal 5 damage. Grant 2 empower, inflict 3 weakness to self. I'll be skipping that one. Up the sleeve, deal 0 damage. Every time this card is drawn, increase the damage by 2. Blood spit, 2 to self, inflict 3 bleed. defensive drawing. Every time you draw cards, grant 1 shield. Okay, we're gonna skip those last 2. So up the sleeve is a good one. I like that. And defensive drawing is nice. So I could do up the sleeve, defensive drawing, and then a quick heal. Oh, every time you draw cards, yeah, that one is a pretty nice one. We're gonna grab that. Great courage. You know, we're gonna go with the Ring of Courage to start off with 2 courage at the beginning of the game, rather than healing our character. Because with the Froggy, our very first 2 attacks are like the free attacks. Those are the ones we get to do the most damage with. Alright, Frog Boy. Alright, we're gonna max out our damage for this first turn. Hopefully. If I end up knocking myself out, I'm gonna be sad. Alright, did a fair amount of damage already, which is good. And now we have to do parries. We need to focus on doing perfect parries. I don't have any debuffs, so we'll go this way. I should probably be reading this stuff out as I'm looking at it and talking more out loud about what my thought process is. That's a lot of work, though. That's a lot of work. However, second turn, and we've already removed about 100 HP off of the Corrupted King Frog. So that's pretty good. And now this is a turn I can do damage. So I definitely want to start by paper up front. Then it's going to cramp, then I'm going to deal damage. And then we'll do paper on the back side. Hey, don't you start building up riposte. Cheater. I'm gonna call this Corrupted King Frog a cheater. A mystery, huh? Deal 5 damage 2 times. Deal 7 damage and inflict bleed. Alright, we're gonna put paper up front. Parry with the scissors, and then hope for a rock. How in the world did I end up at full HP? I feel like as soon as I start saying, oh my gosh, could this be my time? Could this be my moment? I feel like that's when everything's gonna go downhill. That's when it's gonna get bad. Okay. This is all I can do right now. I can't. I don't have any rocks. I mean, or paper, I should say. I don't have any paper. Oh, that damage. My dodge, my shield's gone. Okay, is he gonna keep the riposte or is he gonna give it up? He gave it up. Okay. Well, this is less than stellar. Deal 5 damage. Great shields. Okay, give me something good. Something to deal some damage. Come on, I need a win with Kress so bad. I just need a win with Kress. We're so close. Corrupted King Frog is down to 0. It's down to 0. Oh my goodness, that is so satisfying. Oh, what a great way to end today's stream. That was fantastic. Alright, Tech. Alright, Tech, you were definitely onto something. For somebody who hasn't played this yet, you were onto something. That worked. I'm really surprised. Like, that is so against my nature to deal damage to myself. But when I first started the battle and Kress was already at half HP, I had done like almost 100 damage in 2 turns. No, I had done more than 100. It was a number. I had done a number. But let's see. So we have time. 29 minutes and 57 seconds. That is the fastest we've done a match. I do believe that is the fastest we've actually won. Damage dealt 713, highest damage dealt 15, highest damage in 1 turn 78, damage taken 56, artifacts activated 97, longest artifact chain 5. That is awesome. My first victory with Kress. That is so exciting. Look at that. Now when we go to the overview, I don't know why it's showing 0 in front of them. But games completed 5. And now I gotta go to my over here. Control C. Total runs 6. Number of challenges. Oh, there was technically 5 challenges and I've completed 4 of them. Okay. There we go. Number of challenges 5. I completed 4 of them over the course of 6 runs. Let's go. That's pretty good. That's pretty dang good. I'll take it. I will take it, especially since that last one was winning with Kress. I'll take it. Well, that was fun. Yeah. It's been roughly 4.5 hours for me, so I think it's time to call it here. It's 5 in the morning, so not too bad, but it is probably time for me to go to bed. So go ahead and end it out here. So thank you everyone for hanging out and watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream and I hope you guys enjoyed the game. I might come back and do this again, you know, come up with more fun challenges for this game because I thought that was a lot of fun, kind of making it harder in different ways. Kress is definitely going to eternally be her own challenge. She's just going to be her own thing, all right? She is part of the challenge. But yeah, if you guys are interested, I got a YouTube channel. This is probably going to end up there on that YouTube channel. If not, totally understand. I got a Discord. You guys want to check that out too. But I will see you all next time. Bye. Oh, thank you, Tech. Thank you. Where's my end panel? Hold on, it's here somewhere. Stream ending.